this is another comment that I got after the pre-tribulation rapture didn't happen. This is why this pre-tribulation rapture teaching has got to stop. And I said that this was going to happen, but it wasn't me that said it. It was God that told me to say it. I don't know none of this stuff on my own. I only know it because God revealed it to me. Spent countless hours in the Bible studying, asking him, praying to him to reveal this to me, because I was the same way at one point. I watched all the Left Behind movies. I thought that there was a pre-tribulation rapture. I believed it from the time I was like 17 years old until I was in my 20s, because I didn't read my Bible like I should then, and I didn't know any better. Just went by what the movie told me, and I went by what pastors were telling me, and I went by what everyone else was telling me of a pre-tribulation rapture, rather than listening to God and going into his word for the answers like I should have. But God didn't leave me alone about it, and he did not stop with me until I found out the truth. Every time I saw a video or something of a pre-tribulation rapture, it just didn't feel right. Something felt wrong inside. I kept getting the feeling, something telling me that's wrong, it's not right, you need to look into it more. So that's finally what I broke down and done. I went straight into the Bible, and I didn't come out of that Bible until I came out with the truth. When they say the word of God is alive, it's alive. I mean, everything just came to life as I was reading it. It took me a while of reading it. It took me a lot of praying to God to tell me the truth, to show me the truth, to give me wisdom, because I didn't know what the heck I was reading. I saw something about beasts and horns and all kinds of creatures coming out of the ground and seas, and I didn't understand a word. I was like, God, what are all these monsters? Like, what am I reading like right now? What the heck is going on? And that's when he took me to the book of Daniel, and I didn't even realize at the time that the book of Daniel had end time prophecies in it. I was still young. I didn't know nothing. I was just reading Revelation because I thought Revelation was the only book that had to do with the end time. But once he took me to the book of Daniel, and I saw the angel's interpretation of what the beast meant and what the horns meant and everything meant, everything came to life, and a light bulb in my head just clicked. I was like, oh, so the beasts aren't like gigantic creatures coming out of the earth. They're the kingdoms. And the horns aren't actual horns on a beast. They're kings. Once he showed me this and I started to understand every single thing that I was reading, it made me want to stay in the Bible even more. So I started looking into the pre-tribulation rapture, the post-tribulation rapture. Started to see that every time it talked about the end of time, every time it talked about the return of Jesus Christ, the gathering together was at the exact same time. They all mention us having to endure, having to have patience until the end. They all show us going through tribulation, just like Matthew 24:29 through 31. That's the big one. Jesus tells us plainly, immediately after tribulation of those days is his return and the gathering together of the elect. That's not the only one that got me. I was reading Revelation 6, and Revelation 6 starts tribulation. First seal being the Antichrist showing up. The second, third, and fourth seals are a result of the Antichrist through war, and then war causes famine, and war causes famine and death. And I saw the fifth seal, and this is the one that made me know 100% without a doubt that we are going to go through tribulation. It's the cry of the martyrs who were killed by the Antichrist, and they cry out to God, how long, O Lord, holy and true, until you avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth? The white robe was given to them, and they were told to rest a little bit longer until their fellow brothers and sisters were killed as they were is completed. He's telling them to let the rest of the Christians who are on the earth be killed by this Antichrist. Then I'm going to avenge your blood, and my wrath is coming. Then I read the sixth seal, and it says this. It's got the same exact cosmic disturbances as Matthew 24:29 through 31, which we already know from reading Matthew that that's Jesus' second coming and rapture. Everything came to life to me, and all the truths just started being revealed one by one after I got into his word, after I started praying, after I told him I don't know what I'm reading. It's when he showed up and said, since you humbled yourself, I'm going to reveal everything to you. And he did. Notice at the end of the sixth seal, for everyone that says that tribulation is the wrath of God, at the end of the sixth seal, it now says the great day of his wrath has come. Who is able to stand? He's telling us his wrath comes after tribulation, that his wrath is not tribulation. Tribulation is not the wrath of God.